Coastal Karnataka, on the southwest coast of India, for generations has nurtured icons within hospitality and industries. Kundapura, a small town within this region where Kunda means pillar and Pura means town, is home to Gurukula Public School. Gurukula School is spread over 40 acres with 70% green cover and has made sustained efforts across solar energy, waste management, water harvesting, organic plantations, 400 types of medicinal plants, a bird sanctuary and butterfly gardens. Gurukula is a CBSE school with classes across Montessori, high school and UG school, including separate hostel facility to accommodate boys and girls. With a focus on all-round development of students from academics, equal importance is also given to activities like dance, skating, basketball. Gurukula focuses on a 360-degree holistic learning with efforts extending towards students, teachers and even parents. Gurukula Public School, nurturing global leaders for a new world.
Good morning, children. How are you? I hope you are good and healthy. Come back to English class. Have you taken English book? You have grammar textbook, cursive writing book, and one textbook, that is tulips. Here attach one workbook, tulips wizard. I think you all taken these books. And one more thing, who did not start writing cursive writing book, you should write daily one page. You should write cursive writing book, and good handwriting, neatly should write. You should use cursive letter only. Okay, no straight letter. Understood now? Yes. Now I will ask some questions. Shall I ask? Yes. Listen. Have you ever heard toothache? Have you ever had toothache? Yes. When your loose tooth removing or pulling out, you felt pain. Am I right? Yes, very good. When your toothache becomes bad, who do you go to? I know. Well, dentist. Yes. How do you keep your teeth clean? How do you keep your teeth clean? You will brush 2 times a day. Am I right? And you wash your mouth with good water. Right? Yes. Why do we need teeth? Why do we need teeth? Yes, tell Krishna, can you tell? Why do we need teeth? Yes, to eat. Next, to chew. Next, and to talk. For talking also we need teeth. Yeah. Some words, for pronouncing some words, we need teeth. See, our tongue touches the teeth. Pronounce some words, for example, see, dhyan. Pronounce dhyan, our tongue touches the teeth. Just next to it, prasanna, na, tongue touches. Am I right? Shivachati, our tongue touches the teeth. So for talking also we need teeth. Understood now? Yes, listen. Today we are going to read a funny story about a boy who does not want to go to school. Understood? He wants to stay at home only. He wants to enjoy fishing. If he goes to school, he can't go fishing. So that day he does not want to go to school. Understood? Let's take your book, textbook, Tulips. Open first lesson, page number 9. Tom and his tooth. Tom and his tooth. See, there is a riddle. Just answer. 32 white horses on the red hill. First they jump, then they stand, then they started sailing. What's the answer? Find out. You will get answer. Join that dots. Join that dot. You will get answer. I think you have done already. Yes. See the page number 9, first paragraph. This story is adapted from the novel The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, written by Mark Twain. Tom lives in the imaginary town of St. Petersburg along the Mississippi River with his Aunt Polly and half-brother Sid. Have you heard Mississippi River? Have you heard? Have you heard Mississippi River? Mississippi River, the longest river of North America. Have you understood? Mississippi River, the longest river of North America. You can take world map and you can search where it is placed. North America, Mississippi River. This is your rating. Okay. Yes. Tom and his tooth. This lesson adapted means taken from the novel The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Who has written? Mark Twain. He has written this novel. From that novel, this lesson has taken. Understood now? See, Mark Twain, he was American writer. Mark Twain was American writer. Samuel Langham Clemens. His name, Samuel Langham Clemens, known by his pen name, Mark Twain. Understood? He was a humorist, philosopher, writer, and lecturer. Understood? Here, Tom, main character. Tom, main character. He was living with his Aunt Polly and his half-brother Sid, and he has one cousin, her name Mary. Understood now? Yes. What is that half-brother? What is that half-brother? A brother with the same father but a different mother, or a brother with the same mother but a different father. Have you understood? Yes. See here, Mississippi River. Listen careful. M I S I again S Mississippi. P P I M I S I P P I Mississippi River. Understood, no? Yes. All open your book. See the textbook, page number 9. It was Monday morning. Tom did not want to go to school that day. He lay in bed thinking of if only he were in, he wouldn't have go to school. But then he wasn't ill. His stomach felt all right. So he did his head. He had a little tooth that hurt sometimes. If Aunt Polly came to know of it, she would pull it out at once. No, they could not work. How I can escape from going to school? He was thinking so. He lay in bed and thinking he did not get up. Still in bed, thinking, which reason can I give? If I tell stomach pain, not work, what can I do? He used his head. Yeah, I have tooth pain. Lose tooth. Sometimes it will hurt. If I tell the tooth pain, what will think? Maybe she will remove at once. Then I can't tell his pain. That also won't work. What can I do now? Which reason shall I tell? Then he suddenly remembered he had cut his toe the week before and he hadn't applied medicine on it. Maybe that cut would be serious enough to keep him at the home. Week before, he got hurt on his toe. So he thought, I will tell this reason. He thought. One question for you. On a Monday morning, do you feel the same way to Tom does in the story? See, Sunday, no school, you have holiday. After the next day, Monday, you should go to school. Like that, sometimes you felt, have you showed laziness to go school? Today I know, need to go school. I want to stay home only. Have you felt like that? Same like Tom? So next page, page number 10. Tom began to groan louder and louder, trying to wake Sid. But no, Sid wouldn't. Sid was Tom's brother. Finally, he cried aloud, Sid, wake up, I'm dying. Sid also sleeping with the Tom. See, Tom, one clever, plain he did. He started groaning. What is that groaning? If we not fine, not good, unhealthy, some slow sound we will do with pain. That sound is a groaning sound. See here, meaning given here, groan, make a low sound in pain or sadness. Like that sound, who did that? Tom did. Slowly did. Next, he tried to wake up his half-brother Sid. But Sid did not wake up. Again Tom tried to make loud groaning sound. He what told Tom? Sid, wake up! I am going to die. Suddenly Sid said, are you dying? What happened, Tom? Sid asked. Shall I call auntie? What happened, Tom? Shall I call auntie? Shall I inform? Don't, brother. I will get better. Tom said and groaned again. No need to call. Don't groan like that. Tom, since how long have you been feeling like this? Asked Sid. Don't groan like that. How much time you will do like this groaning sound? All right, but I know I'm about to die, and I'm glad for it. See, I forgive you for everything. I forgive everyone when I am dead. After I am going to die now, I will excuse what you did, mistakes. I won't keep in my mind, okay? I will forgive you and all. Okay? Did? Yes. See, tell Aunt Polly that I forgive her for beating me. Give my cat to that new girl, please. See, sometimes children will do mistakes. Elders will scold for beating him. Something they will do. Why should not repeat like that mistake? So that here Aunt Polly sometimes beating to Tom. Now Tom is telling I'm going to die after death. I won't angry with anyone. Auntie was beating to me. We tell her also. I excused her. She ran downstairs crying, Auntie, Tom's about to die. Auntie, Tom is going to die. He ran to inform him. To inform Auntie, what is Tom dying? Aunt Polly cried. Cried means like whispering not there. Then what? Shouted with surprise. Auntie, Tom's about to die. What? Is Tom dying? Aunt Polly cried. I don't believe it. She cried. She said, rushing upstairs. Somehow out upstairs she came down for feeling so. What happened, Tom? Aunt Polly asked in a quivering noise. What's the meaning of quivering? You want the meaning here, quivering means quivering or shaking because of cold or fear. When we get more fear at the time our voice will shiver or shake. Sometimes our hand also shivering. It's a quivering voice. A quivering voice is shaking words with the fear. Why was Aunt Polly's voice quivering? Why? Why was Aunt Polly's voice quivering? Because she has tried something wrong with the Tom. She was afraid. She feared something happened. Something wrong with Tom. Oh, Aunt Polly, what is the matter, boy? She asked again. Oh, auntie, my toe, it hurts, my toe, it hurts. Really? Let me take a look. Really? It hurts to you? Shall I see what happened? Aunt Polly put on her glasses and checked Tom's toe. Suddenly she began to laugh and cry at the same time. She started laughing. Why? She checked Tom's toe, that finger. She checked and laughed. Why? Nothing had happened there. No hurt, nothing. And afraid. And cried together. Laughed and cried. Why cried? Something wrong was there. She thought I am going to die. So she cried and laughed. Nothing had happened on Tom. There is no problem with your toe, she said. Now get out of bed and get ready for school. Nothing had happened. Get up from the bed and get ready for school. She has understood there was nothing serious. Okay, here is one question for you. Why do you think Aunt Polly laughed and cried at the same time? Why do you think Aunt Polly laughed and cried at the same time? Why? She realized that Tom was safe. Come to the next page, page number 11. Suddenly, Tom stopped groaning and added, "It is my tooth as well." So, Tom has understood it can't work. Auntie has understood nothing had happened to me. So, tooth pain I told can't work. Then he showed already loose tooth is there. He showed this one. It is a paining. Your tooth? What happened? It is loose and quite painful. It is paining it. Can't go to school. Open your mouth, he said. Tom opened his mouth. Yes, the tooth is indeed loose. Indeed, it's really loose. It is shaking. The tooth is shaking. But it won't kill you. It won't do anything to you. You thought I'm going to die, but it won't kill you. Mary, is Mary here? Tom's cousin. Mary fetched that strong piece of string and a lump of hot burning coal from the fireplace, said Aunt Polly. Mary was Tom's cousin. Here fetch means to bring. String bring told and burning coal also. It is a hot. It is a hot. Burning coal where we can get some fireplace. Mary went for bringing string and burning coal. What auntie will do with these? Listen. Tom said, "Oh, please don't pull my tooth out. It doesn't hurt now. I want to go to school." He came to the subject now. Point. See. He scared now. Auntie will pull out my tooth. He thought, it is not failing now. I will go to school. I'm ready to go to school. Oh, there you are. Now I have understood. It's a problem for you. It's a problem for going to school. So you are doing like this. So the problem was out. The problem was about going to school. I know that you would love to go to fishing, said Aunt Polly. He likes to go fishing. So Tom thought, today I won't go to school. He wants to enjoy fishing. If he goes to school, he can't enjoy fishing and all. He can't attend it. So he searched the reason. In the meanwhile, Mary came in with the piece of string and the red hot coal. Aunt Polly skillfully tied the one end of the thread to Tom's tooth. She tied the other end to the bedpost. Suddenly, she swayed the burning coal near Tom's face. Tom pulled his head by the bedpost. What happened at that time? Tooth came out. Tooth came out. It hung swinging by the bedpost. Tom had to go to school. Now he should go to school, no? He has no problem. He is healthy now. So he should go to school. At the school, what he told, with his friends at the school, he proudly, one good, proud work, a courageous work he had done. He thought, one adventure work he has done. Who saw? Tom thought. And he showed proudly, showed his tooth to everybody, all his friends. He showed. Everyone spoke about how brave he was. Tom was brave. All children appreciated. What did Tom do at the school? Here is my question. What did Tom do at the school? He proudly showed his tooth to everybody. This only work. He showed to every children, his friends. Understood now? Next question. Why did Aunt Polly use the coal? C-O-A-L. Why did Aunt Polly use the coal? Answer. To surprise Tom so that he would move back and she could pull the string. Is the reason. Understood now? Yes. Now, you should take your English classwork. 4-lined classwork is there. There is one first page, index page is there. First you write first column, lesson number, next lesson's name, next column, date, so the right. Okay. Next page, open, top of the page, lesson's name. Last year you were writing same, you repeat same thing. Neat handwriting without a spelling mistake. You should write meanings and antonym words. Given your textbook, see the textbook, you should complete it. Okay, now? Yes. Thank you, children. I will meet you next class.